Hello, my beautiful Leo Pride. I am more than excited to sit down here for the second installment of Leo season for our readings. This is my birthday month, and I know many of you out there, it is probably your birthday month as well. So happy birthday to all my fellow Leos. Weirdly enough, I had this dream this morning, like when I was waking up, and now that I'm thinking about it, where there were these beautiful lions and they were getting attacked by these really aggressive tigers. And I was very upset about it because the tigers were just going crazy on these lions who were just chilling out, just being their beautiful selves. And I'm still like working through what that means, but I think part of me is like, that tiger is that hungry analytical mind that wants to control everything and dominate everything, right? And the lion is more of that soul feeling of just wanting to connect and perceive and be. And that was one of the big messages that came up for this August, actually. You know, we have the sun moving through Leo. We have a new moon in Leo on the 8th of the month. 8/8 new moon Leo, Lion's Gate, right? Like that's pretty powerful now that it's sinking in and I'm sitting here with Leo energy. This is a time of great amplification of Leonine energy, and even just the way that everything's moving through, even as things move into Virgo, Venus moves through Virgo and then into Libra, there's this flow and this symbiosis going on for Leos in the world. Jupiter's back in your 7th house, Saturn's in your 7th house. They're both retrograde. Uranus in your 10th house in Leo is also retrograde. And all of these things are allowing us to incorporate and understand our bigness in the world. And I've been thinking about this topic a lot, the bigness, that Leonine bigness. What does that mean? So often that gets denigrated, right, as being power hungry, attention hungry, annoying, asking too much. And I was thinking about why bigness, brightness, boldness, creativity, shining light is getting put into a category that actually has nothing to do with those topics. Stripped of their cultural repression, these states of being are calm. They're liberating. They are healing for others around us as well. They are not healthy expressions of feeling big and bold and centered in self, like in a very healthy way where we're connected to divine and we're connected to that bright, beautiful light. Those are not demanding, manipulative, attention-seeking states at all. They are powerful places of creative joy. They are powerful, almost like vortices of energy moving through and into the world and giving birth to the world. And so I had such a strong feeling for Leos this month that embrace your bigness. And that doesn't mean you need to like go yelling it in people's faces, right? Because that's like where we go sometimes when somebody says this, right? Like, well, what if it's like rude? I'm not asking you to go like force it on other people. That's not what's happening, right? And that's not what's happening. Just embrace your bigness. You're not a scared, scrappy little puppy, right? You are a big, bold lion. You are a big, bold ball of sunshine. Like, why are you trying to denigrate that or make yourself something different than that? And here's the thing with that, and let me start shuffling. I feel like that does take vulnerability to be in your bigness. It takes vulnerability to share of your creative vision. It takes vulnerability to take off the mask of identity of being just like pretty and pulled together and attractive and fun loving, and to just be you. It does. It takes courage. 100% it takes courage. But Leo is also the sign of the heart. Courage, right? In French, that's, the heart. The heart is courage. Ten of Wands. All right. I like it. So Emperor wanted to pop out. That's some big bold energy, I would say, wouldn't you? I remember, I feel like it was such a perfect representation of how I felt about my own bold energy at the time that this all happened, which was like 6 or 7 years ago. And how I felt about, like, because I was with somebody for many, many years, a handful of years, who my like excitedness, my, just like, I'm just a very enthusiastic person about something as simple as like going to the grocery store and picking up snacks for going to the park. Like, I get excited about stuff like that, like genuinely excited, and not like I'm yelling or screaming or jumping around. I'm just excited. And he would always be like, "You're really stressing me out right now. You're really stressing me out with your enthusiasm." Which, the more I think about it, the more it makes me laugh, because it's hilarious. Like, wow, you have a problem with like joy. But like at that point in my life, Queen of Cups. Hi. I love this combo of energies that we've got going. At that point in my life, there was a part of me subconsciously that really did feel like, if I am just my creative, quirky self, like if I just stopped trying to be everything to everybody and I let myself just be who I am, and I followed my gut instincts, and I played in the world the way that I want to, that I would be getting away with something, that I would be detracting from others, that I would be being selfish. And so my partner was just showing me at that time, was showing me exactly how I felt about my own big energy, right? There was a guilt that came with feeling that brightness and that enthusiasm. And I still, and Queen of Wands, hello. I still have days where I think, am I allowed to be this person? Do I really get to do this? And it's nowhere near where it was before, but the point in August, coming back through to our reading here, is that you are being invited to be your full self this month. And to, not just this month, but to really deliberately choose that gorgeous lion inside of yourself. Don't choose those tigers that are ripping things to shreds and destroying things. Nothing against tigers, but tigers are a bit more violent than lions. They're aggressive. They're intense. Tigers are not messing around, and we know that. But choosing that beautiful, bold lion, being present in the world. For me, I love my skinny-legged, funky little 7-year-old inside that wore pigtails and had a silver tooth and wore knee-high socks. I love her. However, I'm a full-grown woman now. Like, I am not this skinny little kid trying to please everybody. I am a full-grown woman now. And that means I'm going to take up space differently. That means that when I walk into a room, there's going to be a different impact. And that's just how it is. So I'm going to need to choose, right, between just embracing that fully and committing fully to that, or trying to like shove myself back into that tiny box. And we're not here for that. So let's talk about these cards, my friends. All right, 10 of Wands. This is always a homework assignment, to look around, whatever's going on in your world right now, right? Whatever you're carrying, and be really honest. What are you carrying that is not yours to carry? What are you carrying that you're carrying because you feel like you need to, because you want to make other people happy and you want to facilitate others' joy in life and you want to do all of that. Good intentions, not always necessary. And sometimes we pick up things, and I've been guilty of this for sure, because if I just keep doing this thing, then I won't have to face my bigness. I won't have to face that I want to be doing. I won't have to face that I actually want to be standing up straight and doing something else. So 10 of Wands is a point to clear your plate a little bit and just get really honest. What are you carrying that you don't mean? And I love 10 of Wands because it is the culmination of a cycle, right? So, and I feel like as the sun moves through a sign connected to you, you know, this is a really wonderful time to take stock, right? And to just kind of look around, because we need regular maintenance in life. You know, we don't do it just one time and then we're like, ta-da, I've solved it. I'm ready now. You know, we do it throughout time, but this is a wonderful time to just look around. What wands can you put down? And it can be anything from something very big to a lot of small things. You know, for me, I often find little things will sneak in to my routine, my life, that don't fit, you know, and after 3 or 4 months, I'll be like, why do I keep still picking this up? Like, this doesn't even feel good or give me excitement of any kind. So 10 of Wands, first homework assignment. And then we're just going to go straight to royalty. So let's do it, because you can see like the energy in August is not messing around when it comes to Leonine energy. We need it. We need heart-centered leadership in the world. And I think we always think about leadership as this pyramid thing where you're like the president, or you're like a CEO. And leadership to me is about living a life of authentic creativity and how that ripples out in your close friendships, in your close-knit community. That is leadership. And it doesn't look like just being somebody who isn't good at taking direction but wants to give everybody else direction. Leadership comes from leading from a place of deep integrity, deep calm, and deep creative expression. And that is what is just being called forth. Now, the Emperor, funnily enough, you know, speaking of pyramid power dynamics, the Emperor would be kind of a classic guy at the top of the pyramid, right? At the top of the hierarchy, like big hierarchy, and pretty dark. Empire is not a pretty thing, right? But what are the beautiful sides of Emperor energy? Emperor energy takes up space. Emperor energy sits in his self-knowing. Emperor energy has vision and insight. Right? Emperor energy takes on the responsibility and the commitment to self-father, to father and create into existence, right? And there is a responsibility, there is a divine kind of like, I'm choosing to own this kind of energy that Emperor demands. And like I said, I feel like, you know, the more I follow my soul's path, the more that I do the things that I really want to be doing, the more courage I need. Even though it feels so right, it also means that I can't hide behind blaming other people or society or any of those things, and I'm having to just like be myself, right? So it takes courage. It takes like a commitment, and that's what Emperor energy is really about. And of course, the shadow side of Emperor energy is being self-centered, is being power hungry, is being stubborn. And we do want to look at those aspects if we're having any of those, right? But I think in this case, what the message is like, how are we allowing ourselves to fully embody that centered, responsible leadership in our own lives? And I think it's responsible to let that creative energy flow. I think that is one of the most important responsibilities we have as Leos. And that's going to look different for everyone, but it's important. Now let's get to these queens, because hello, Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands. Yes, 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 yes. Two very powerful energies getting activated here. The Queen of Cups is that soul knowing. And I'm guessing if I asked you all at the beginning of August to sit down and write out your knowings, you know what they are. It's funny if you ever have done that. Sometimes I like to do that because so often we say, oh, I don't know what's going on. I don't have the answers. But if we actually sit down and write the things we know, not what we believe or maybe or think, those things that just we know. We don't know why. We don't know why we know it. We just know it. It's amazing what we know. And that's what the Queen of Cups is reminding you. To connect with your soul. Connect with your divine energy. Connect with your divine creator from behind the scenes. And connect with that knowing. What does she have to tell you? Because that's really the place where we want to lead from. Now, when you have that Queen of Cups that is then coming through into the Queen of Wands, who is brazen. She also takes up space. She takes her time. I would also say Queen of Wands is not in a rush. She's not in a state of panic or worrying that time is running out. She's watching, she's paying attention, she's taking up space, she's taking the time she needs, and when she takes an action, she means it. I mean, she has a cat with her, so that leonine energy of lots of rest with punctuated moments of powerful action is something to keep in mind this month. It's not always about busy work, right? Busy work is very deceptive. It satisfies a part of our culture that likes feeling worthiness via action, but it does not satisfy the soul, and it does not make for great leaders or for great creations, right? So remember to slow down a little bit too this month. Slow down with these queens. Take your time. Fill up your space. Take full breaths. Let your torso expand out. Let your shoulders expand out. Let your heart energy expand out. Practice it just in your own space, seriously. Notice when you're like this. Notice when you are making yourself smaller. And notice what it feels like to open and feel alive. And the goal isn't to dominate or to prove anybody wrong. The goal is to shine, baby. I want to do a toast to you all, to my family. I might cry. I've been crying a lot recently, which to me is a good thing. May the Leo heart shine bright. May this season of sunshine and courage bring your creative visions to life. May you take the time you need. May you let yourself trust your own innate timing, your own innate way of leading and creating. May you feel free to step outside of the confines of what those words and ideas and identities have to look like and mean. May this be a time to feel that you are allowed to exist and exist with all the light and brightness that you have. And to know that in shining that bright light, you're not taking away from anyone. You are adding and you are adding and you are adding to your communities, to your friendships, to your love relationships, the more you let your light shine. And know that fully. So from me to you, happy Leo season, my beautiful friends. I love you so much. And I will definitely be documenting how I'm feeling through this Leo season over on Patreon, where we dive a little deeper and I just give you more support, and I talk more about where I'm at, what's going on in my life, what is happening. I'd love to see you there, and I would love to see you here. Comment below. Let me know how your August is going. I would love to hear from you all. You can also find me on Instagram, so I'll leave all my links in the description box so you know where to find me, and I love you, my beautiful Leo friends. Have a gorgeous Leo season.